Hi friends, welcome to Taming Python series. In this video, we are going to talk about managing application configuration using a JSON file for a Python script or a project. Our codes may require data like database username passwords or database ports or ports to some API services or some API application keys or something like that. You can hard code them or you can segregate all your application configuration in a file, and you can just manipulate that file to change the application settings. So this is what we are going to talk about. So it is not advisable to keep application configuration like usernames, passwords, API keys, port numbers in the source code. You should not hard code them in the source code. The reasons is obviously just I have told you just now. You have to change the source code in different files if you write them hard coded in your code. So your code will change just for your configuration. So that's not right. Your code should change only when the business logic change. When your configuration changes, your code should not change. So that's one of the reason. And we can have a choice of like keeping ignoring our configuration from GitHub or some public platforms, so that our hard coded data will not be exposed. If you hard coded data, it will be exposed, but if you keep them in a configuration file and include it in a git ignore file, people can't see your configuration. So you can have good security and you can hide your secret data of your code. So the advantages of using a JSON file for storing the application configuration is that the configuration data is not hard coded in the application code, and if you mention your configuration JSON file in the gitignore file, it will not be committed to public or shared code repositories like GitHub. They have to ask you separately for the JSON file, so that you can only give it to the trusted person. So I have a small JSON file and I will name it something like config.json. So in a JSON file, I'm mentioning attributes like username, password, and port. So my code will use this JSON file to get the values of username, password, and port. So how can I, read the JSON file? I have a module called JSON. So importing JSON and running JSON.load will convert this JSON file into a Python dictionary, and I can access the values of the dictionary. So let's get started with the demo now. I'm taking a blank folder. I'll open it with VS Code, and now I'll create a new file. I'll just name it index.py, and in the same folder I'll create a new file. I'll just write it config.json. This is a JSON file. Okay, in this JSON file I'll create data. I'll just write something like username. So there is one data item called username, and I'm writing it John, and there's one more data item called password, and I'll write it Smith123, and there's one more item called port, and I'll write it 8025. So these three are the configuration or application information which is coded in this config.json file. Okay, now I'll use this JSON file in my code, import JSON. So I'm importing JSON, and then let me write the file name, fname equal to config.json, and then I have to open the file name and use it, right? So with open fname as f, and within this with statement I can use this variable called f, which is actually the variable containing the file information. So let me take a variable called appconfig equal to json.load of f. So basically json.load of f will load the data of this config.json as a dictionary into this variable called appconfig. Okay, appconf. So let me try to print this now. I'll just print appconf. Just with opening the file name and loading it and writing it to a variable, I got this config.json information as a dictionary, Python dictionary. So let me just run this and see what happens. You can see this is the Python dictionary which has been written in our config.json, right? You can see. So the config.json can be imported as a Python dictionary. I've used the JSON module. Now you can see I'll just print appconf of username. So if I run this, I am printing John, but my code doesn't have John. That means I am keeping all the hard-coded data into the config.json. That means this is like a configuration file which drives my code. So this was a basic simple demo of how to use the application configuration from a JSON file. But your project can have multiple files, right? You can cache your JSON file data into a variable and use that globally in your Python project, because every time if you want to get the configuration, you should read the file. That means you are reading the file config.json every time when you read the configuration. That's not good. So what you have to do is you have to cache the data in a variable. Even in this scenario, we have cached the json.load, and I've got a variable from the file, so I'm not reading the file again. So if you want the password, I'll just use this variable and write password. I'm not accessing the file second time, I'm just caching it into a variable called appconf. And now you can see I've got John and the password also. That means without reading the file two times, since I'm caching the JSON data into a Python variable, I'm able to access again and again. So this is possible when you have a single file, but you have multiple files in your Python project. You have to read the JSON configuration into a variable, and you have to make it accessible to other files. So for that, what I did was I've written a small helper file through which you can access your configuration data. So let me write that again here. So I'll just create a new file and I'll just write appconfig.py. Okay, so this is the same thing. Let me copy this again. I'll just copy this, I'll just paste this. So let me have a global variable first. I'll just have a global variable called appconf, and it will be a normal dictionary. Okay, and then what I'll do is I will define a function to initialize the config. So I'll just init config. So this is my function, and within init config, what I have to do is I have to get the config JSON data. So I'll just paste the code of initializing the configuration within this definition, right? So I'm setting appconf, but you can see this appconf is the local variable, not the global variable which is present in the line number 4. So what I have to do is I have to tell this function that this appconf is not the local variable, it is a global variable present in line number 4. For that, what you have to do is you have to just declare it as global using the global keyword and write appconf. Now you can see this is highlighted. That means this appconf is the same as the global variable, right? So now you got the initialized configuration into appconf, and then what I will do is I will return this appconf. So if you run initconf function, what it does is it will read the configuration JSON file and returns your app configuration as a Python object. But once you initialize, you can run another function called getConfig, and from there you just return this global variable called appconf. So what is happening is that in your Python script, in one entry file, what you can do is you have to just run this initconfig once, and your file will be read and stored into a global variable. And next time when you want to access the configuration, you just run this getConfig. You don't need to read the file again, right? So let me try to run this in index.py. What I'll do is I'll just remove all this thing. I'll just write from appconfig import getConfig, and here I'll just write conf or else application configuration equal to, oh, first I have to initialize the configuration, right? So I'll just write initconfig. I'll just use initconfig, and here now my application configuration will come from initconfig. So let me try to test whether I've written it correctly or not. So using the function initconfig from the application config Python file, what I did was I have initialized the configuration using this initconfig function, and then I'm trying to see whether I have did correctly or not. So let me run this file. You can see I've got the data, right? So now let's take another scenario. So I'll write another file and let's write f1.py, just for file1.py, right? And here in this f1.py, I'll create a small function called some test function, and here what I'll do is I'll get the configuration. I'll just write from appconfig import getConfig. So here I'm not initializing the configuration, you have to note that, right? What I'll do is I'll print let me try to get that into variable c equal to get config print c. So now if I run the test function directly, it will give me an error, or it will give me a blank dictionary because I did not initialize the configuration. But if in index.py, and I have to import the function also from f1 import test func. I just run this test func. So what test func is doing is basically it is just getting the config and printing it. Okay, so since I have initialized the configuration already, my test function should give the dictionary correctly. So let me try to run this. You can see the test function without reading the file has got the configuration because we have cached it in the appconfig.py using this init config method. That means even if your application has multiple files, in this case index.py and f1.py, I have just initialized the configuration once, and then in all my other application files I'm just using the get config. That means I'm not reading the file again and again. I'm just caching it into a global variable called appconf, and then I'm initializing it once, and next time I'm just using the cached variable. That means I'm preventing multiple file reads, right? So this is how you can use this configuration concept in a project with multiple files. So guys, I have written a blog post on why to use application configuration and sample application code for a simple single file scenario and multiple file scenario, and along with the sample codes I have written. So be sure to check out the description of this video for this blog post, and you can use this code and practice it for yourself. So that's it guys, thank you for watching.